Hi everyone, so I'd firstly like to start by welcoming everyone to my channel. This is the first ever YouTube video that I have ever made in my whole entire life, so please be kind and be patient with me. As you guys can see, I have decided to call my channel The Food Thief. I am going to explain why I have chosen that name, but I feel like I should maybe introduce myself first to everybody who doesn't know who I am. So my name is Lydia. I am 24 years old and I currently live in Leeds in England. The reason why I have decided to make this channel is mostly because I want a platform in which I can get my story out to people. And my story relates to my weight loss, really. My weight has been something that I have struggled with throughout my whole entire life. From my very earliest memories of existing, from being maybe 5 or 6 years old, I have memories of being very conscious of how much I weigh in compared to other students, other people, but specifically students. And sort of my progression through that from being an overweight child, progressing through to then becoming a teenager, all of the sort of emotional aspects of being a teenager as well. I'm sure we all remember what it's like to be a teenager if you aren't one already. It's a challenge as it is, you know. You go through a whole lot of hormones and a whole lot of emotions and sort of taking that alongside having an addiction. Basically, that's how I'm going to be referring to it throughout all of the videos that I make, is a food addiction. And the main reason why I chose to call myself the Food Thief is because my earliest memories of being a child, I used to sneak food. Basically, it speaks for itself. I used to, when my parents weren't looking, go down and take chocolate bars, loads of chocolate bars at a time, or crisps, or any kind of unhealthy snack, and I would sneak them back to my bedroom and just binge eat. And this was from being, you know, a very young child. But let me not get too much into the content that I'm going to make later on, because this video is mainly just my introductory video to everybody, just to give you an idea of sort of what to expect from my channel. So as I've said, I have battled with my weight my whole life. Going from school right through to university, I would say sort of when I moved out of my mum's house and lived on my own to go to uni, that's sort of when my issues really started to arise, and my weight really started to increase. So when I say I've lost weight, everyone, I really mean it. I, at my heaviest, weighed 22.5 stone. So in other weight measurement, I can tell you that it was 317 pounds. I do remember that. But in kilos, I believe it was about 143. So that weight was sort of my pivotal turning point of me really needing to do something about this. What age I was at when I hit this point? I was about 21, and I would like everyone just to bear in mind that I am only 5'3", so I'm not very tall. So I was 22.5 stone and 5'3", and I sort of hit a point where I really decided that I need to do something about this. Like I can't see a future for myself like this anymore. I was very unhappy. To be raw with you guys, to the point of being suicidal. I used to have some really dark thoughts about myself, my parents, and what this sort of meant for my future. And I genuinely, hand on heart, did not see a future for me like that. I just didn't. I didn't envisage myself at 40, 50 years old with a family being the weight that I was. It just didn't fit into my idea of the future. So that's what sort of eventually led me to my turning point, where I was like, right, so I have two options here. I can either love and accept myself the way I am, the size that I am, how I am, embrace it, become body confident, or I need to do something. I need to do something permanent for good, which is what has led me to my weight loss journey these past few years. Like I said, I'm not going to touch into the details of it too much just now. Though I know everybody is probably very eager to see some pictures of what I looks like. So here we go. Here are the photos of me when I was overweight. I will pop these up on the screen now. So anybody who does have any old photographs of me who might be watching this video now, I would greatly appreciate if you would send me them, because I will post as many photos as I possibly can so that people can see for themselves. Obviously, you can see me sat here on the camera and see what I look like now. Though I will post some comparison pictures that I have of me going through the process as well. So what should you expect from my videos? So the next video that I make is going to sort of be focusing more on my life before my turning point. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it my turning point of my decision to deal with it, basically. So I'm going to be talking about why I've chosen the name Food Thief, what the story behind that is, what the mentality behind that is, my progression from being a child up to school, the things that were kind of happening throughout my life at that moment in time that had an impact on my relationship with food, and anything that I had sort of attempted to do to address my issue as well, because something that I really want to make known to people is that my battle with my weight has been a battle throughout my life, and I have tried everything under the sun to lose weight, even from being a teenager, a young teenager. So I'm going to be talking about all of this from sort of my progression through school to college to university, the same sorts of issues, the same sort of psychological problems that I was dealing with because of it, how it affected my mental health, things where people who have never really struggled with their weight probably wouldn't be able to understand, shall we say, or maybe hadn't quite considered for a person who is overweight or has struggled with their weight. So my main aim here is to be open, honest, raw and direct with you guys about everything that I've been through, no matter how difficult it might be for me to talk about or acknowledge or anything like this. And I hope that by me sharing my story, sharing my journey, sharing the things that I have overcome, the things that I'm still overcoming, and the things that I don't think I ever will overcome, because I just hope that by sharing my message, I can help other people at least understand more of what it's like for a person who is addicted to food, and understand the process of getting over that addiction. I honestly don't think I will ever deal with my issues with food and the toxic relationship that I have with food either. But it's very much going to be a lifelong journey for me. But the important thing is highlighting it to other people who are in a similar situation in the hope that it can help someone. And then I'll be talking about going to university, moving out from my mum's house, sort of the issues that I faced by doing that, and how that sort of led to me hitting my 22.5 stone mark. And then, as I said, I'll talk about sort of the turning point for me, the steps that I put in place after reaching my turning point, and then sort of the main journey of my weight loss, which has got me to where I am today. As you guys can see, I've lost a lot of weight. So I'm very excited to start this journey with you guys. I'm very excited to document everything that I could possibly think of to tell you guys. Things which are really small that normal people probably wouldn't think of, have had such an impact on my journey. So yeah, that's basically it. I really hope you guys are interested and follow my story. I really hope that it can at least touch one person and hopefully inspire somebody to take the steps that they need to really address their issues with the weight, if that is the choice that they have made. And I really want to hone in on that it has to be that person's choice. It shouldn't be because of outside pressures telling them that they have to look a certain way. Please only decide to lose weight if you genuinely, hand on heart, are ready to do it and you're there in your head. It's like dealing with any other addiction. You have to be ready in yourself, in your mental state, in order to address it. If you were taking cocaine or taking heroin, it would be the exact same process. You have to be ready to stop, and you have to be ready to make those changes that are necessary in order to do it. But I promise you, you can do it. You can do it. I did it. You can do it. And my issues with food are extensive. Trust me, they always will be. But it's possible and it's doable. I promise you that. So just to close off, I would like to thank everyone for watching. First of all, watching my first ever YouTube video. We'll see how it goes. And please stay tuned for more. Please press the subscribe button if you found this video interesting, and if you're interested in hearing properly about my story. I'm more than happy to support other people's channels as well. So just drop me a little message there. For anybody who would like any tips, advice, or anything like this that's related to weight loss, please drop me a message. I am more than happy to talk to you one-on-one and have a personal conversation about your situation, your issues, and you know, any advice that I can give you. I am more than happy to do that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. So the next video that I'll be making will be about my childhood and how my issues with food sort of progressed as I got older. So thank you so much for watching, guys.